Have you ever wondered why the richest forests are not the loudest ones, why the tallest trees do not rush to reach the sky, but grow, almost imperceptibly, year after year? While storms pass, seasons change, and centuries whisper forward. In nature, nothing truly powerful is built in a moment. And yet, when it comes to money, we live as if it should be different. We are surrounded by stories of sudden wealth, overnight success, explosive returns, viral wins, instant millionaires. But quietly, beyond the spotlight, there is another path. A path so gentle, it can almost be missed. A way of building wealth that feels slow, invisible, almost boring, and yet, it is the most reliable force in the entire financial world. A force more powerful than talent, more dependable than luck, more consistent than intelligence alone. It is the quiet power of compounding. And this is the story of why slow money wins. Before we begin, settle in, let this play in the background. There is nothing urgent here, no rush, just time, patience, and understanding. Compounding is often described as a mathematical phenomenon, an exponential curve, a formula, principal times rate, multiplied by time. But this description is small, dry, inadequate, because compounding is not just about numbers. It is about patience in a world addicted to speed. It is about faith in a world obsessed with proof. It is about consistency in a culture that worships intensity. Albert Einstein is often said to have called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Whether he truly said it or not hardly matters, because the idea itself is true. Compounding is not loud. It does not announce itself. It does not trend. It does not create drama. For years, sometimes decades, it appears to be doing almost nothing at all. Take a simple example. Two people begin their lives at the same starting line, same age, same income, same opportunities. Person A invests slowly, consistently, quietly. No big bets, no risky schemes, just a little bit each month, into something stable, something growing. Person B waits. They want the perfect time. They want more money first. They want a bigger opportunity. Years pass. At first, Person A's progress seems painfully slow, almost disappointing. The numbers creep up. Just a little here, just a little there. Meanwhile, Person B is sure something better is coming. A breakthrough, a sudden leap, and then, after 10, 20, 30 years, something almost magical happens. Person A's growth curve begins to rise, slowly at first, then more rapidly, then almost astonishingly. It does not feel like hard work. It does not feel dramatic. It feels like time itself has decided to become a partner. This is the nature of slow money. It does not try to beat time. It befriends time. Imagine for a moment a small snowball, not a massive sphere of ice, just a handful of snow, resting in the palm of your hand. Now imagine gently rolling it across fresh, untouched ground. At first, nothing impressive happens. It picks up a thin layer of snow. Its size barely changes. You could watch it for a full minute and think, is this even doing anything at all? But you continue. 5 minutes pass. 10 minutes. The snowball is still modest. And then, something changes. It begins to collect more snow. With every rotation, the surface area increases, and with each turn, more snow sticks. Suddenly, the small snowball becomes a medium sphere, then a large one, then a massive, unstoppable rolling force. Yet, at no point did the snowball do anything differently. It was the same movement, the same speed, the same consistency. The only thing that changed was time. Money, when invested wisely, moves in the same way. The first years are unimpressive. This is the part most people never get past. They plant a seed and expect a forest. They deposit a little money and want a fortune. But the seed is not meant to become a tree overnight. It is meant to grow roots, invisible, quiet, hidden, under the surface. Something is happening, even when nothing seems to be happening. In the early years of compounding, the growth is mostly linear, a straight line, small steps, slow change. Then, gradually, imperceptibly, that line begins to curve. The interest earns interest. The growth grows on top of previous growth, not in addition, but in multiplication. This is the moment when slow money reveals its true power. But to reach this stage requires something most people lack, not intelligence, not money, not opportunity. It requires staying when improvement is invisible, staying when there are no rewards, staying when excitement is gone. This is why slow money wins so rarely and so consistently, because most people leave before the magic ever begins. They pull out too early, they stop too soon, they lose trust in the process. They mistake silence for failure. But in reality, silence is the language of compounding. A quiet account, slowly growing, is far more powerful than a loud account, rising and crashing with emotion. The market rewards patience. It rewards discipline. It rewards those who can sit with discomfort without needing to act. Slow money does not need perfect timing. It only needs time itself. And time, when combined with consistency, is unstoppable. Humans did not evolve to think in decades. We think in days, weeks, months. Our brains are designed for immediacy because survival required it. Immediate danger, immediate hunger, immediate opportunity. But wealth does not follow the rhythm of survival. It follows the rhythm of seasons. And this is deeply uncomfortable for most people. We check prices, we check balances, we check charts. We look for signs, for signals, for validation. But compounding works best when ignored. It grows best when unobserved. Like bread rising in an oven that is never opened. Every time you check on it, you let the heat escape. Every time you interfere, you slow the process. Slow money requires emotional maturity. It requires the ability to delay gratification, not just for weeks, not just for months, but for years. It is an agreement you make with your future self, a version of you that you may not even fully understand yet. You are planting trees whose shade you will sit in one day, or perhaps whose shade your children will sit in. There is something deeply human and deeply noble about that, to work not only for today, but for tomorrow, and the tomorrow after that. Slow money is not exciting, it is peaceful. It does not create adrenaline. It creates stability, and stability is the true luxury. Picture two lives unfolding side by side. One chooses speed. They want more, faster. They jump at trends, chase hype, make big, risky moves. Their life is exciting, up and down, success and failure. When they win, it feels euphoric. When they lose, it is devastating. The other chooses quiet. They save a portion. They invest it. They let it rest. They add to it slowly, steadily. No one notices. There are no headlines. No sudden breakthroughs. Years go by. From the outside, they look ordinary, until one day, almost without warning, they are not. They have options. They have freedom. They have flexibility. not because they chased money, but because they let money grow. Slowly, naturally, patiently. This is the path very few celebrate, but it is the path that quietly wins. If you were offered a choice, $1 million today, or 1 cent that doubled every day for 30 days, most people would choose the million. It feels obvious, logical, smart, but 1 penny doubled for 30 days becomes over $5 million. The lesson is not about pennies, it is about perception. We do not understand exponential growth intuitively. We underestimate what is small and consistent. We overestimate what is loud and impressive. This is why slow money is ignored. It does not trigger emotional urgency. It does not feel powerful in the beginning, but the longer time passes, the more dominant compounding becomes. At first, your contribution is doing most of the work. Later, your money is doing the work for you. Eventually, your growth becomes larger than your effort. This is the moment financial freedom begins, not with fireworks, but with quiet realization. One day, you simply notice. Life feels lighter. Choices feel wider. Pressure feels smaller. And that feeling came not from a big moment, but from thousands of quiet decisions made long ago. Slow money is a mirror of life itself. Everything meaningful requires patience. Love grows slowly. Wisdom accumulates slowly. Mastery is earned slowly. The rush to become rich often hides a deeper discomfort. The inability to be present in the now. Compounding teaches us a deeper discipline. To trust processes we cannot see. To believe in outcomes we cannot yet touch. To act for a future that exists only in imagination. In that sense, compounding is not financial, it is spiritual. It trains you to think long-term in a short-term world, to value progress over pleasure, to replace impulse with intention, and over a lifetime, this mindset changes everything. Not just your bank account, but your character. Fast money is tempting. It promises change without transformation. Slow money requires both. It requires you to become a different person, quieter, more patient, more grounded. But the reward is greater than numbers on a screen. It is peace. It is knowing that no matter what happens next month or next year, time itself is on your side. You are no longer racing against life. You are moving with it. And that is the greatest form of wealth there is. In the end, slow money teaches us something that no fast success ever could. That wealth is not created by intensity, but by consistency, not by force, but by faith, not by noise, but by time. The most powerful movements on earth are silent. Tectonic plates, growing forests, rising tides. And so, too, is true wealth. It rises quietly, while the world looks elsewhere. It grows invisibly, while others search for brilliance, and when it finally becomes visible, it feels almost like fate. But it was never fate. It was simply patience, applied daily, over a lifetime. In the end, true wealth isn't counted, it is felt, in the silence. If you enjoy calm reflections about wealth, time, and the psychology of money, subscribe to Quiet Money for more. And tell me in the comments, do you believe slow, consistent growth is the most powerful force in life, or just in finance? I'll be expecting your answers. So long, friends.